Chuck Crosby at the Crosby Law Office. Joe sent us an email with a sad story behind it, Chuck. So he's buying a home. The seller unfortunately passed away a week after accepting the contract. So now Joe is wondering, can he still purchase the home? And how does that happen if the seller who signed the contract has passed away, Chuck?
Well, there's a couple different angles of this. Yes, the contract's still valid. It doesn't just die with the gentleman. It's going to be an obligation of the estate to take care of. But is there an estate that's being set up?
Mm.
Are there heirs? It just gets into a real mess. The property's not just going to automatically transfer. The heirs can't just get together and all sign and say, hey, we're selling your dad's property, mainly because there's a claims period. Claims against the estate or against the decedent, if there's no administration set up, are for 2 years. So even though every heir wants to sell it, you have to open probate. Well, opening probate's pretty easy, but it takes a little while. You're adding another month, another 2 months,
Mm.
if they jump right on it. And most people don't open estates until, a couple of months after the decedent has passed. So as a practical matter, yeah, you still got a contract. Yeah, it could still be performed, but you got all these hoops you got to jump through. If you had a will, probate it, great. But like I said, if I were to file something today, I'm betting it's 3 to 4 weeks before I could even get it probated.
Mm.
And then you've got all the times with the government to get it from point A to point B, and it can drag on. And most people can't just say, okay, I want to buy this house, and oh, by the way, I'm going to take a 20-day break or a month break
Yeah.
and pick it back up. Some people do, but
Yeah.
generally that would probably
A,
be a practical issue.
a caveat to that, and real estate agents, fellow agents out there, make note that if you have a house listed and there's no accepted contract on the house and the seller passes away, let's just say it's a single seller,
Mhm.
that contract is now null and void. Am I correct, Chuck Crosby?
Well, yeah, that one would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a contract for sale of property gives you a beneficial interest in the property, which is something that doesn't just disappear when they die. But then again, the practical issue of making the contract go through uh, can be can be strenuous.
Hmm.
Now, there are situations where it works out just fine. We were buying a house, my wife and I, the last one we bought, and the gentleman that owned it passed away the weekend before we were going to close.
Hmm.
But the house was in a trust, so new trustee, closing happened as normal.